Hello everyone, my name is Vikrant. I am from Central University of Haryana. I am from Journalism and Mass Communication Department, and today we are discussing about etiquettes. What are etiquettes? They are set of rules, forms, practices established for behavior in the society or in professional life. They are rules of good workplace manners, needs of etiquettes. We need etiquettes to grow in life. Where etiquettes is required, personal matters, family matters, schools, colleges, and office environment. Why etiquette is required? It is required for career success. It builds leadership quality in one personalities. It refines skills needed for exceptional service. It enlightens one's potential. It creates an impression. Factors influencing etiquettes: psychological, childhood origin, uh, to parental and heredity. Physical: grace, beauty, handsome external appearances. Schooling, family, friends, education, marital life. Types of etiquettes: there are many types of it. These are some of them: social etiquettes, business etiquettes, phone etiquettes, email etiquettes, table etiquettes. Social etiquettes: the ability to translate good manners into social savvy. It will allow you to put your best foot forward in dealing with day to day social demands. It has two categories: personal etiquettes, family etiquettes. Personal etiquettes: personal hygiene is skin, hair, hand nails, tooth, feed, shoes, hose, uniform, jewelry. Dress code: informal, formal. Simplicity and sense of taste, fitting in color, blending accessories, dressing for occasions. Postures: sitting, standing, talking while standing, good posture, impatience, sitting in groups. Mind and soul: thoughts, habits, characters, attitudes. Family etiquettes: you, sisters, parents, brothers, second relative, third relative, relatives. Empathy, sympathy, responsibility. Third is respect, status, and hereditary. Rights, goodwill, mutuality, advantages, and disadvantages. These are the family etiquettes. Social conversation: when making an introduction, give a piece of information about the person. It can be convent conversation starter. Listen to the concentrate on conversations. Don't just wait for your turn to talk. Don't jump. Resist the urge to jump into a conversation. When someone pauses in thought, wait a second or two, then respond. Basic manners. What are the basic manners? Be polite. First of all, be polite. Remember, when you are in a social situation, it is important to always be polite and respectful to others' guests, even if you vehemently disapprove of certain comments or other individuals are not being polite. Ask appropriate questions. When you are socializing, it is important to realize that you are not at a debate and should steer uh, away from questions that might cause one. Keep it short. In social situations, it is always important to understand the nature of social etiquette, conversation, and keep conversations short and socialize with everyone present. Remember, social etiquette's conversation is pleasant and short. Eye contact and personal space. Making eye contact and allowing individual their personal space is important in all conversations. This allow you to seem interested, polite, respectful of the other individual, which are all social requirements. What is business etiquette? Rules that allow us to interact in a civilized fashion, code of behavior that is grounded in common sense and cultural norms, required because manners matter in the workplace. First impression, the rule is 12 in business. The first 12 words, the first 12 steps, the first 12 inches. The business handshake. Handshake are the physical greetings that go with your words. Uh, how to shake hands, when to shake hands, when not to shake hands, handshakes to avoid. There are three main conventions: the way you extend the hand, the way you apply the pressure, the length of time you shake the hand. Introduction on in business. Introduction: introducing yourself, introducing others, responding to introductions, what to do when you can't remember names. Secret to remembering names: small talk helps us put others at ease and make them comfortable. Small talk breaks the ice and goes a long way towards furthering our relationship. Mixing and mingling in business. Prepare in advantage. Arrive early, position yourself, make eye contact and smile, take responsibilities. Work the crowd, use icebreakers, ask the right kind of questions, be a good listener, know when you to leave. Body language. A person's posture, facial expression, and gestures send messages. Eye contact is the most obvious way you communicate. When you are looking at the other person, you show interest. Where you place your arms suggest how respective you. Arms crossed or folded over your chest say that you have shut other people out and have no interest in them or what they are saying. Legs talk to a lot of movement indicates nervousness. Dressing for the occasion. By the time we meet and converse, we have already spoken to each other in a order more universal tongue. Business professional attire, personal props and accessories. For women, a reasonable length skirt, not miniskirt or full length trousers of a non jeans material combined with the top, such as a dress shirt, polo, or sweater set, is considered acceptable. An informal dress with appropriate skirt length is also acceptable. For men, a combination of collared shirt such as a dress shirt of polo shirt, cotton trousers such as khakis or dress jeans with a belt, and dress shoes such as loafers with socks is generally acceptable. A blazer is or business jacket can optionally be added, unacceptable or for either gender. Gym clothes, rumpled or ripped clothing, miniskirts, underwear, and outerwear. Inappropriately revealing attire such as bare midriffs and flip flops. Many corporations also frown upon open toed shoes and shorts. Telephone etiquette: the essence of dealing with people politely and efficiently over the phone can be boiled down to telephone etiquettes. Every day, on an average, a person spends more than 3 hours on phone. So it becomes mandatory to get through the basic of telephone etiquettes. Placing a telephone call. If you are making a call, identify yourself first, then ask to speak to the person you are trying to reach. On finally reaching the person, before jumping into a deep conversation, ask if they have time to talk. If you are on the phone and another call comes, always ask if it's alright to put them on hold. Always give a brief explanation of the reason to hold. Sign language. Do not interrupt someone on telephone by gesturing, speaking, or writing them notes. What about voicemail? If you must leave a message, state your name, spell. If they don't know you, phone number, date, and reason for the call. Repeat your phone number and the end slowly. When you are in any meeting, turn off your cell phone ringer, accept voicemail and text messaging only. Can you hear me now? If you have to take a call in public place, try to move a more private space. Hearing one-sided conversations alienates the person not in the conversation. If you have to talk in the public place, bus, elevator, airplane, etc., keep it short and discreet. Email etiquette. Ways to properly send emails of on mass emails. What are mass emails? Mass emails are emails sent but out to multiple people. These emails are meant for multiple people and not just one person. These emails are usually informational messages to get in touch with more people easier. Rules for sending out message emails. Make sure that they are spelled properly. No one hates having the embarrassment of misspelling. Do not send personal or praise emails out over mass emails. Make sure that the emails is for someone to view and non-offensive. Examples of paid mails to members at the rate the list.com, from Billy at the rate hotmail.com. Topic: officers meeting, officers only. Subject: I was emailing you to tell you that we will have a meeting this Thursday at McDonald's. We will be going over the month's community service projects. See you there, Pop President. Bad because this email might seem to be okay, but really it is not. The non-officers might overlook the topic, read the email, and show up at the meeting only the waste their time. If you want to email the officers, make a separate list, serve, or put the emails in. Do not email the club list serve. The way they are meant to be to group at the massmail.com, from songsinger at the email.com, to tech topic problems at the club office. Subject: this week the construction going on around the office has been short of destructive. The power has been cut on the office and there is no power. If you are planning to going on the office to work on project, please try next week. Second is to tag at the rate ga4h that organization, from Robbie at the rate robsworld.com. The web page topic, the web page assignment. Subject: as you all know, the deadline for turning in new pages you are designing is uh, March 24th. Please have these completed by this time and up to FTP. Hope everyone gets these done ASAP. Robbie. Reasons why both are good. First, email. Uh, this email is informative but all the members. It also meant for everyone. It is no way makes any personal remarks. It is okay if you want to add jokes or comments that the whole group understands. Second is email. Second email is this email is a perfect example of deadline or meeting time email. It was not sent for just a select few but the entire club. Uh, make sure make sure if you email at any time, you make sure the email is similar to these formats. If not, think about emailing it before you fill up other inboxes. Table etiquettes. The general knowledge and use of basic etiquettes makes the dining experience more pleasant for everyone. Table manners play as important part in making a good impression. Here are some basic tips to help you. Sitting down. At a very formal dinner, name card will show you where you should sit. If there are no name cards on the tables, the host will take you to the correct place. If you are at a romantic dinner, the man should push the woman's chair if in for her. Sometimes the waiter will do this using uh, the napkin. Place the napkin on your lap. If it is small, unfold completely. Otherwise, fold it in half lengthwise. Once the meal is over, you two should place your napkin loosely on the table to the right on your dinner plate. It should not be crumpled and or twisted, uh, which reveal untidiness or nervousness. Nor should it be folded, which might show that you think your host might reuse it without wasting or washing. Ordering. If there is someone you don't understand on the menu, ask your server any question you may have. Answering your questions is a part of server's job. An employee will generally let you order first. His or her order will be taken last. Sometimes, however, the server will decide who orders first. Often, women's orders are taken before men. As a guest, you should not order one of the most expensive items on menu, and more than two courses are useless unless your host shows that it is alright. Using the knives and forks and spoon. When you hold the knife and fork, you should relax your fingers. Never let the knife, fork, or spoon touch the table after you started eating. When you take a break from eating, you simply put your knife and fork on the plate. Uh, when you have finished eating, you should put your knife and fork together, pointing to the left. Eating meal. Dip the spoon in the soup away from your body. Sip the liquid from the side of the spoon. Uh, don't put the whole spoon in your mouth. Take some butter and put it on the plate. Then put some butter on the small piece. Don't spread the butter over the whole piece of bread. Thank you. These are the simple etiquettes we used in our daily life. So please follow these etiquettes for your personality development. Thank you.